Welcome to your daily focus for November the 16th, 2022. Another beautiful energy day for us. So we'll get to it all. Let me introduce myself. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the 16 energy today. The 16 energy is about awakenings. Many times, a part of our life completely closes. The chapter ends very abruptly. And we always think the negative, and I will go back to this over and over again because I just love the comments so much, because we do think very negatively when the 16, even I do, when the 16 energy appears. But if you won the lottery tomorrow morning, you woke up and you found out that you were rich beyond your wildest dreams, how much of your life would fall away instantly? How many chapters would end quite abruptly? So it could be good things that come into our life that allows for this closure to happen in our life. If not, good things come from the closure. I'm just gonna have a sip here. Sorry about that. Okay, so the 1 plus 6 is a 7, which is about standing in our truth. So we really have to be strong in our beliefs and our values and our passions, not compromising them away, not giving our power to someone else, but standing very strongly in who we are. The numerology for the day is a 24 energy. That is relationships. That is love. That is growing commitments. Two plus 4 is a 6, and that is our health and well-being. So looking at taking care of ourselves better in some small way or some ginormous way. Pardon me, I have a tickle. Sun in Scorpio, and the moon stays in Leo all day. I think it's around bedtime or shortly after supper, maybe. Oh my gosh, my cards are getting, look at that. Look at this. I saw this card, which is the 17 energy, the star, making the impossible possible. And then I flipped over the deck and the happily ever after. I tell you, this is such great energy we're in. I'm putting those back, and then we have the strength card underneath. Oh my goodness, I got goosebumps. Anyways, we could go by those 3 cards. Wow, they are very strong. Well, we'll see what comes out. So the moon will enter Virgo tonight. So we have that Leo energy again. So it can be a very busy time, very social time, standing in our independence, reaching out and loving the collective, creating joy and happiness, giggles and laughters, allowing our creativity, our inner expression to shine. And today, Venus enters Sagittarius. So, love love gets larger than life. Absolutely. We've become very optimistic. We become very adventurous in love. We are a lot more open-minded, and we are always looking towards the future. It's a very lucky kind of energy. Oh my gosh. That's 3 more cards. 4 of Cups, the Devil, and the Page of Wands all come out. So what would that be? Through being grateful, we transform ourselves. But we become grateful for things in our life. We see things in a new light because we bring attention to them. Our gifts, our talents, our abilities, the people that support us and love us in our life. And it allows us to be the phoenix rising, the phoenix reborn. And it allows us then, where is it? There. It allows us then to really contemplate what we want to walk into. Okay, so we'll put those ones back in. I better get to the cards soon, right? So Venus enters Sag, very beautiful energy. The moon is getting along with Mars today. So we'll have a passion, we'll have an enthusiasm for our work, but our work within our passions, our dreams, our desires, our what our inner child is calling us to step into. And Mercury trines Jupiter today. So good news can come in. Absolutely. We are optimistic because of that energy as well. We have a very positive attitude today, more so than other days. Um, our perspective of life broadens. So we have that open mind happening, and now our perspective gets much more broader. We have very good insight, very good intuition. And not only intuition, but we it's kind of like our sage wisdom works unified to really making beautiful plans, solid plans for our future on a day like today. So let's get to the cards. And our shadow card is, what is our shadow card? Look at this, the Six of Cups comes out. Six energy, Six of Cups. This could be something from our past coming back and replaying in some form, in some fashion. But I like to see this card as, when we were smaller, children should be seen and not heard, and, you know, what makes you so special, and you'll never amount to anything, and get your head out of the clouds, get realistic. Whatever it might have been that you've been living your life to because of somebody's opinion once. But we were told in some way that we couldn't touch the flowers, that they weren't for us. How dare we think they were? What gives us the right, the nobility to have those flowers for us? They're not for us at all. We can't touch them. We can't smell them. We can't look at them. And our angel shows up. Our guide shows up and says, those flowers have been for you all this time. They're all for you. Reach out, embrace them, and embrace their fragrance. They were always meant for you. So there's been a lot about our perceptions changing, so this could be more of a perception. Something that you always thought was, the way it had to be, the way you were supposed to be. And many times we live our lives by those rules that we were told by one person at one point in our life, maybe a couple, but we carved it into stone for whatever reason, because we wanted to fit in, we wanted to be liked, we wanted to, we wanted to be responsible and capable and all those things they told us that we wanted to strive to be. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is really standing in your truth. Absolutely. So the 16 energy, 1 plus 6 is a 7, standing in our truth. Here we are. Now, in this card, we may segregate ourselves from certain people. We may alienate ourselves from certain people. Certain people will want us to think one way, and we are thinking another way. And we're not going to give in. We're not going to give part of our power away. We're not going to allow them to put in a glass ceiling. But on the other hand, when you stand in your truth, you really meet the people that are like-minded, that will support you, that will raise you up, that will love you, that will maybe challenge you in certain ways, but challenge you in good, positive ways to allow you to grow. So there's two parts to this card. And we have to kind of know the balance of, how far, are we just saying this because it's our ego telling us that we said it last week, so we got to stick to it, even though we know they're probably right? Or is it a big deal? Was it going to matter in 5 years? Do we really need to put our flag on this mountain? Perhaps there's another one that we could use our energy towards. That'd be much more beneficial for ourselves. And really knowing where the line is. So this is not allowing somebody to take advantage of you or hurt you in some way with words, with actions, with deeds, whatever it may be. To stand in your truth, to know who you are, You know, I once had somebody saying a rumor about me of some sort, and I went, "Oh, how ridiculous is that?" And I walked away, and they go, "Well, aren't you upset?" And they kept coming back. "Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you upset?" I said, "Because it's not true. I don't care because it's not true. So if it's not true, I don't care if they tell people that because it's not true. It'll go away. You know, people of integrity expect to be believed, and when they're not, they let time prove them right. So don't get sucked into dramas on a day like today. It's much too beautiful of an energy for that to happen. We have the Knight of Pentacles, so this is going with the flow. This is believing that the universe is on your side, that they are preparing a path for you. All you have to do is show up and walk it. Okay, here we are so confident that we don't have our armor on, nor have we packed a lunch, nor do we have a water canteen, nor do we have a weapon. We don't even have reins for that horse. But we showed up. We know we're supposed to be riding the horse. We know we're supposed to be walking that path. And that's our part of the journey. And everything will come in its own divine timing. But this is having a faith, a belief. So are you willing to go without anything here? And just stand in your truth? You know, so we don't need a lot in order to go forward, and we need to have a faith that the things that we do need will show up for us as we go forward. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, stop worrying about the little stuff. Okay, that's just going to take away the harmony of today. If you start worrying about all the little stuff, what you said yesterday, what you did yesterday, how they're going to react to it, you know, or maybe you want to step into something and how they're going to react to it, and you worry and you fret and anxiety builds and fear builds, and we start to invite in. Our thoughts are our future. We start to invite in the exact thing that we don't want to have happen. So when you catch yourself thinking, going down that little rabbit hole of worries and anxieties and fears, stop, delete, cancel, and start thinking about what if? What if, because of what I said at work on Friday, they're all going to pat me on the back on Monday? They're going to say, "Wow, I can't believe you have the courage to say that. I never would have." And corporate wants to talk to you because they want a department for you to overlook and build yourself in a whole new direction within the company because of what you said. And, you know, like, think of the positive that can come out of it. How you can embrace the thought of good things happening, good messages coming in, opportunities opening up to you, new friendships, building stronger friendships, good health, well-being. So stop thinking in the negative and think in the positive. I think today is a day when we can think in the positive if we choose to. The energy is there to embrace, so it's very easy for us to flip that switch. Sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes our mind goes right back to it again. The minute we flip the switch, it's like somebody went and flipped it off again. Oh, who did we have here? The dove. The dove flew out. No pun intended. Take a leap of faith. So for those of you wondering, I always put it in the box what the card decks are in order so that if you go and try and find it yourself, but that's what this deck is. And we got the dove. The sacred dove serves as a reminder that there is always hope, new possibilities, and miracles just waiting around the corner. Enjoy each day as an adventure and live each moment to its fullest. Take a leap of faith and trust where the universe is taking you. I can't make this stuff up, my goodness. This is your time to seize your unlimited potential and embrace yourself for new beginnings, adventure, and joy. The mantra is, I live in peace, accept miracles, and embrace new possibilities. I kid you not, that is the card. Oh, goodness gracious. And we'll see what animal comes out here to talk to us today. Okay. And we have the giraffe, the visionary. So rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. So rise above the earthly matters. Don't get caught up in those dramas. Don't create the dramas yourself. Please don't do that. Glide through life with grace. Okay? Go with the flow. See where it takes you. See where you land. It could be the most marvelous of experiences. You are able to see the right path. So you are the visionary today. We will get that clarity, that understanding, that light switch goes on. That perception changes. Stand tall in your self-worth. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are deserving. And love with a big heart, because it's all about love. And until we meet again, remember, I love you.